Hey folks, this is John from Pottery Works. I haven't done any videos for a while. I've been pretty busy. So I figured I'm doing an order here of some salad bowls. And these are going to be made, here's one here, I'll show you the other underneath. You see each one is a leaf and then they're put together and humped over a mold. But this is the one that's done. You see it's got a nice blue and green, kind of a turquoise. It's called this. The glaze is called green patina. And sometimes it really comes out well. You'll get some blues and purples and where it pools. But I figured I'd show you. I got two large sets to do, and I figured I would show you how to do them. First, what I use is this is the right size for this bowl. For this mold, so it would take 3 of these leaves to go around this mold. And you know, whatever your mold is, these are just made from plaster out of the stainless steel little bowls. They work great. It's perfect size for a salad. These are going to be turned to cone 6, and I'm using a standard 182 clay, but you can use the back of the leaf. Sometimes your leaves will have a texture in, but I like putting the texture on itself. It gives a little better, I think, a little better look after it's done. But these are just vinyl or plastic or whatever. But like I said, it depends upon the mold that you use is the size of the leaf. Or you would just add more leaves. So what I've done is I've rolled out some clay to about a 1/4 inch or so, maybe about 3/8, and just cut the shape out. I've used my trimming tool. I should use this one, kind of with a little bit of a blunt edge on it. I'll show you here. I'll do one. You see, just lightly hold it on there. Do the main drag, and then come back. Hope you can see this. I'm not sure whether I did the video of these a while ago. I couldn't find it in my archives, so hopefully this isn't a duplicate, but there's a lot of new people out there that maybe haven't seen it yet. And that's what you want. Just a simple leaf. So what I'm going to do is I have my plaster mold now. I put it down flat on my wheel, my banding wheel. Let me make sure we're in the picture well. That's a little better. Alright, so how I do this, you can put it up if you want, but what I like to do is to keep it so that the leaves are somewhat even all the way around. Now your leaf is going to have a flat side and a curved side. So what I do is I take the curved side. I've done them both ways, but I usually like to take the curved side down, let it touch the banding wheel, and just kind of form it. Now we're going to leave the first leaf off a little bit because we're going to have to tuck the other one underneath that. You come around. Like I said, this will be hit and miss the first time you do it because you gotta find the right leaf pattern, the right leaf size for your form. You're just going to take the back, push the back down, bring the point of the leaf up and over. Try to block out any bubbles you might have, air bubbles. And like I said, this last one you're going to pull out, tuck the inside of the bigger part of the leaf in, kind of get it evened up. Pull this out, tuck that in. Just kind of forming it around the mold. Now, I've done it 2 ways. I've pulled these left these up and formed the feet out of this. But I find you get a neater inside if you do it like this. And I'll show you. Just kind of get it formed. I'm not pushing real hard. I'm just pushing it against the form. We'll take a little triangle to match this triangle. Doesn't have to be exact. A little overhang is better than too small. Now I'm just going to push this in, or where it overlaps, kind of push it down really well. And usually what I do, because there's quite of a pocket here, I usually put a piece just to give a little extra strength to the bottom. Because I am going to put my mark on that. Alright, so what I want to do is to take some clay. About the size, just take about the size of the feet you want. What I do is just to break them off somewhere around 1 inch. Make a little round ball. Now if you're doing this fast, you don't really have to worry about slipping and scoring. Just no need to, because the clay is all the same wetness. Now what I do is just to take it and form it. Keep the bottom flat. Just a slight cone on the top. And approximate where you want your foot. I mean, you can put fancier feet on than this, but I kind of just like this simple. Kind of forms right into the color. I'm kind of pulling them out where I think they should be, because if you don't have them far enough apart, you're going to end up with having a problem with it standing up correctly. Now I'm looking for my main thing here. It was just here. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened to that. Just had it here. Alright. Alright, so you see how I have that all done. Now to make the feet even, just take a piece of plywood or a bat or anything that's flat. Kind of go off to the side a little bit. Push down. You want to leave yourself about a ½ inch space between the plywood. Let's see if I can push that up. Between the plywood and the bottom of the thing, to leave yourself a little room. And that's perfect there. So what I'll do is I'll take this, set this off to the side. I'll make another one. I try to make 2 at a time because I have 2 forms. And then what I'll do is I'll come back with my torch. Here's my chuck. What I'll do is I'll come back with my torch, put it up on a block, and then just slowly turn it and torch it till the outside is completely dry. Not completely dry, leather hard, should I say. And then I'll show you one that I've got done over here. I'll pick this up, and I got a little thing here for it to set on. Now when I turn that over, once it's dry on the inside's still soft. This one here I just finished. So what I'll do is take a soft rubber rib and just go around, and you'll push even out the bowl and then go in and smooth it out later. And then that way this is what you end up with. Now this particular one, this was made with the leaves. The feet were made with the leaves, so I pushed them up into the corner. But I find it's, as you can see, there's more pockets inside here that, you know, you would have to fill. So I like this area. It makes a nice smoother bottom, and it's not so much work. What I'll do is I'll bring you back once this one's dry enough and I'm ready to finish the inside to show you how it's done. Okay, this is John back from Pottery Works. We've already torched these once. What I'd like to do is torch it, set them off to the side for a little bit, kind of let them equal out, and then come in and cover underneath and just kind of free it from the form. You only want to do on your form maybe 3-4 times, because what happens, the plaster absorbs so much moisture it won't let you free it. Alright, now I'll come back with the torch and just kind of put a skin on the outside. This is pretty dry anyway, but just to kind of get any moisture that's on the outside. Alright, kill that. So you see as it shrinks, it holds back onto the, there we go. Just quickly flip it over and move this out of the way. And you can see where you put the leaves and overlapped. So now what I'm going to do is I'll set this on the banding wheel, and I'll use the back side of this to start with. Now what you want to do is to make sure you keep it backed up so you don't push the shape out of your bowl, because like I said, the inside is still fairly moist. It should move fairly easy. Okay, once you got that done, you take your rubber rib, clean rubber rib. You're just going to smooth out everything inside. And all you're doing is taking all the scrape marks out. Straighten any corner of the leaves you may have knocked down. Pulling it off the form. Okay, and that's the leaf salad bowls. And this is John from Pottery Works. Thanks for watching.